to success. Uh, you are you are making great strides in life. You've always been an overachiever. I've been a person who was ahead of the curve. For those who don't know it, we got two sons. David, who's 18, and Joshua 12. And so our relationship has always been different.
Yeah.
You know, we talk differently, but one thing I noticed is that you and your ability to, like I said, not settle. Not settle for mediocrity. You know, talk about that a little bit.
Oh man.
Just especially like I said, music wise.
Oh.
And your career and what the things you want to accomplish. How does it help you succeed? I should say.
Well, it's just a constant like push. Like
Yeah.
music it moves so much, man. Like there's what's the most popular song right now literally could not be like thought of tomorrow. Like people are always creating, and
Right.
one thing I can say about my generation, like truthfully, is like it's so many geniuses in this generation.
Very
like
creative, yeah.
people are so creative, thinking they thinking outside the box that people usually think outside of. Like it's wild, just to listen to different like incorporations of music. People mixing genres. People just like one thing, like I said, I was talking earlier about. You said shout out to Detroit. I was thinking about, Dilla, Jay Dilla. He's a great producer. Passed away. Rest his soul. But one thing I noticed about him, and I've been listening to him a lot. He samples like this is something that I've always heard my dad talk about. He samples stuff like just little like, pull a record like Ahmad Jamal, like pull it, put it right there. Stasis High, not Stasis High. Word is yours.
Yeah. Word is yours. Yeah.
I was like, man, like this is crazy. Like, Herbie Hancock, just jazz,
Right.
and just putting it, splicing it, reversing it, putting it in there, making the beat fall off of the time a little bit.
Right.
It's like it's little stuff make it sound more human.
Right.
And I've always just thought that was just so cool, and just pushing as far as strides, like where I want to be in music.
Right.
Is listening to a lot of music definitely helps. Like just like not decline, like whatever people are saying they're listening to, like just listen to it. Like you get so much. Like I have people I know like listen to a lot of blues.
Right.
I have people listen to rock. I have people listen to like hard rock, like punk, like like punch music. I'm like, what the heck, I'm like listen to this. I'm like, but like musically, it's like little elements you can take, and people be like, what, like what's this? Like
right. That's what makes some of the great producers.
Yeah. The greatest producers.
Greatest producers. Greatest producers.
They just know music, like
right.
And just taking the time and studying music, like is a part of music that people, I feel like it doesn't get spoken about a lot.
Right.
People don't like to talk about that process. Like, man, you really want to like redo a record, man? You gotta be listening to that thing for a long time, like, and just whenever you're not doing nothing, just it's songs I got that I'm just listening to all the time, just trying to hear more stuff in him, man. Like one personal record I can say that I've listened to like a lot is Isaac Hayes' Never Can Say Goodbye. Stax record. I went to the Stax Music Academy also.
Right. Shout out to Stax.
Yeah, shout out to Stax.
Appreciate Stax, definitely.
Definitely. Miss McKinney, Miss Pad.
Definitely.
Man, it's
great.
Great people. Like
dope.
Everybody. Kelvin too. Shout out to Kelvin. He was Juilliard.
Kelvin. Kevin, Cameron.
That's the man. Cameron Whalen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good people, man.
Yeah. Triplets.
Jeremy. Triplets. Tank Bass. He.
Can't name it, man. But
right now, it's little people, like.
But definitely, though, shout out to all those people
shout out to everybody
who played a part. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And just like my journey through the academy, one thing I just like learned, especially Miss McKinney, shout out to him, just paying attention to detail, man. The little stuff. He's like, man, we can listen to this record all you want to in class. Like, if you don't go home and get it, like, you're not gonna understand it. Like, just going home, putting the headphones on, just listening to the song. It's like so many elements. You're just like, bruh. It's like you want to dissect it all, and that fire to want to just get it all.
Right.
I feel like that's what separates people. That's what separates the good from the great.
Yeah, that's
wanting to get it all, to the understanding. Like, I mean,
and then
it's
doing things is like outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Pushing yourself to go beyond. Cause man, some people don't know you did study rock, hard rock,
Nirvana
for 3-4 years, right? A lot of people don't know that. But I know that helped you to become who you are today, right? And so with people, being able to push the envelope, get outside the comfort zone, a lot of times, Memphis, like I said, a city where there's a plethora of talent. A lot of times people are apt to depend just on their gift and not go beyond it. So let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, it happens in the NBA too. You see certain players really gifted, but they'll hit a plateau.
You're right.
Right? And then you see other people put the work in. Well, you don't see them put the work in, but you know they'll put the work in.
Right.
Like this season, Giannis came back with a jump shot. He can hit 15-footer, 18-footer. And like Steph Curry, greatest shooter ever, he's even better this season. So he's put the work in. So talk about that from a musician standpoint, or just a gift standpoint. Period. A lot of people just ride their gift. I know you did do that for a minute.
Yeah, I did. Like
right.
Well, first of all,
just because you're just truly a person can be so much above everyone else gifted.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, you cannot rely on your gift just the gift. Like it's gonna run out, man. Like, cause whatever like circle you in, whatever class you in, like you will plateau, like there. Like you have to get out of there. You gotta go somewhere. Like always dig for more. Always try to aim for more. I mean, it's not like you'll never always a student. That's the mindset. Like
right.
People, even when you're teaching, man, like. Some of the best teachers I know, Jeremy Wright is guitar teacher. He's actually over the rhythm station now at Stats Music Academy.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to him. He's just
definitely,
big brother. He's really cool, man. Cool guy, but he's always trying to learn. Like but he's so good. Like you just hear him play, you be like, man, this man don't need to be here. He be touring with somebody. Like, but he's so humble.
Always a student, right?
Always a student. Always trying to dissect. Always trying to get it. Kelvin was the same way. He was the director of the jazz band. Yeah, he was just always like trying to go for more. Like, and you could just hear it in his own music. I've been to a couple of his shows. Kelvin Walsh's quartet.
Right.
It's good like just to hear like different ideas that like from different places.
Right.
And I actually got the idea from him of mixing my playlist, like not just one genre, just put everything in one playlist and just shuffling it. Like it's just crazy. Sometimes you hear some jazz on my playlist. Sometimes you hear some NWA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like use NWA, Kirk Franklin. Like Kirk Franklin. That's a Coldplay.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Coldplay does some Supremes. I don't Marvin Gaye, and then Marvin Gaye is like, oh, what's after Marvin Gaye? And he got some Anderson .Paak,
Right.
So it's just kind of just moving through genres, and it's just so many like things you can hear from music. And I know my dad, he hears this stuff a lot. He'd be like, yeah, you sample this, listen to this. I be listening. I'm like, that's good, like and just trying to create with that stuff. And also one thing I can say for creators, especially, just listen to your old stuff, like it might get annoying, especially when you first release it. Like, I don't like to listen to my music. Right. Like, I don't like to listen to the music I release because I'm like, oh man, I'm trying to get something new. But sometimes you can get something new from the stuff you already made.
Right.
And so now I'm working on an album with some of the stuff that I've already released. But I mean, I'm just doing it differently now. Right. And that's just part of my growth in music, and just try to push myself to that next place.
Right.
So just always constantly wanting more. Like, and just having a good structure. Like, you can like I said, riding that gift. You can just you can live your life, and like you can do whatever you want because this is your movie. You know what I'm saying? You're the director, but like you have to deal with everything that comes with the lack of preparation. Like, it's just good to be prepared. Like, it's good to know like. There's some stuff like that I know I could have did better just if I, put more time into it.
Right.
And time is like, it's a very important aspect. Like, people don't like to waste it, but you know, people don't like. They say they don't like to waste it, but they waste it a lot. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people like going out. Like, we had midterms, you know, and it was a lot of people just like out this late. You know, I heard footsteps 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my dorm like studying. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, well, priorities is different.
Right.
You know, I know that like the only thing, like, one thing about me, I don't even like to study, but like when you know it's something you don't know, like, you just read it, man. Just try to read it, try to understand it, because it's better to do it like that than to just try to get in there and wing it. Like, because you can wing some stuff, but some stuff not meant for you to wing. Some stuff meant for you to like grasp and absorb. And I've try to learn to absorb things more now, especially since I'm in college. So it's kind of like I had to absorb if I really want to get anything out of the experience.
That's true in life, though. Some situations in life you just got to wing it.
Yeah.
But other things in life you have to absorb
and prepare for it, right?
Yeah. And then not only prepare for it, like I said, be prepared for when it comes back again.
Yeah.
Not that you're preparing, but I'm prepared for whatever comes next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like COVID, nobody could prepare for that.
Nah.
But we're preparing ourselves if something else happened now. So we're eating better, exercise. Everybody's vitamin. We're taking more vitamins.
Right.
We're more health conscious now. So whatever does come, we're prepared for that. So I think life is like that. Studying and trying to perfect your craft, I should say, is like that. All that's like that, because you're preparing for what's next. All right. So, throw a little curveball to you. Right. So you got artists. Yeah.
So good.
Right. Musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainers.
Yeah.
Right. So you got the artistry.
Musicianship.
Entertainment. Right. So top 5. Right.
Yeah.
Top 5. Let's start with entertainment.
Okay.
Top 5 entertainment.
I'm gonna just name
no particular order.
Right. Okay.
No particular order.
Well, like, I'm just I'm
satisfied
to Beehive. Beyonce. She's definitely top 5. Like,
okay. Entertainment. Yeah.
Beyonce. Entertainers. James Brown.
Yeah. James. Definitely.
Michael Jackson.
Of
Obviously.
course, like that. That's 3 now.
Man, now it's gonna start getting tough because it's like you gotta include people, but you can only include the best.
It's your time.
Right, I'm about to say, in my opinion, you can only include the best. Right, so I said Beyonce, James Brown, Michael Jackson.
Definitely, that's good top 3. Your top 5, you think?
Yeah. Man, entertainers.
It's like, they can put a good show on.
Man. Entertainers. Yeah, the list kind of. I know. Honestly, Bruno Mars. Like, realistically, his entertainment is really good, especially Super Bowl performance. Both of them. I think he did 3. He might have did 3 or 2.
I know he did.
Nah, he did 3 because he about to do one this year.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Bruno Mars. He's definitely good. Great entertainer.
Yeah, great entertainer.
That's 4.
Yeah, and 5th, I don't really
like a good show.
Oh, yeah, Sierra. Yeah, they got she got good great stage presence, dancer.
Really?
Sierra. That was Jennifer Lopez. It's like people just like
right,
I know
saying,
and Janet Jackson actually.
Yeah, Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. Actually, yeah. Janet Jackson, my 5th person.
Okay.
So
you got? All right. So, Beyonce.
Mike and Janet. I'm just say Mike and Janet.
Are they together or separate?
I mean, separately. I mean, together they did good too. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, James Brown, Beyonce. Who I say? Bruno
Mars.
Yeah.
Top 5.
No particular order.
I
would say Bruno Mars, and the Hooligans.
Definitely.
Shout out to Cameron.
Yeah. So top 5 entertainers. All right.
Yeah.
So which?
And Silk Sonic now, right?
Yeah, Silk Sonic now. Yeah, we still got a hooligan with him.
Yeah, still the hooligans, right?
That's top 5 artists.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry. Top 5 entertainers.
Yeah. Hold on.
So, top 5 musicians.
You might as well do producers too. I can do that. Anyway, 5 musicians.
Yeah.
No, who's your top 5, man?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm the whole man of you.
Okay.
Entertainers. I would say top 5 entertainers. I would say.
Hey, write this down, man. I gotta do the research.
I would say definitely Mike, Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say Bruno.
Bruno killing, man. Them Super Bowl performances.
Yeah. I would say Janet.
Yeah.
We seen Janet in person, man. It's like phenomenal.
I've never seen her in person, but I've definitely watched the performance on Instagram,
seen Janet
YouTube
in person.
and stuff.
It's crazy. And then I would say
you got the same people as me, pretty much.
Entertaining.
Yeah. I just know that
I know they could put a show on.
Yeah. I didn't say James Brown. I said James Brown because like I've seen it like
James Brown.
I've never lived. I ain't lived. I never was alive when he was alive. But like them YouTube performances, people just falling out you on stage. You saw that one he had. It was just him, MJ and Prince. It was James Brown's show though. MJ was on stage.
Oh yeah.
He was young. He had a coat. Sequence.
Oh yeah. I seen Stevie Wonder, Prince.
Prince was on there.
Yeah. Prince.
Stevie Wonder, man. Stevie Wonder can put on a show too.
Yeah, it was a good show. Definitely. Yeah. Kim can put on a good show. I've been a Kim show. But I would say mine is Temptations.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
I would say Temptations just because they like invented that 5 mic thing, and then David Ruff, and then they were just always on point with the precision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sweet, they doing,
Right.
They were just very detail oriented, So I would just
very classy, right?
Right. I would say that. All right, so top 5 musicians. No particular order. Musicians.
Man, you gotta do subcategories for that one, man. I can't just do 5 musicians.
Musicians.
Okay, 5 musicians. That are like just influential to me, or?
No, it's your list. No particular order, so give you one little safe out right there, but you gotta get 5.
5 people, man. That's kind of hard to do. Where do I start? Let me say first. I just say first and foremost. Man, I can't even say first and foremost. What the heck? There's so many people, y'all. Like, musicianship. Like that's the part where I live most of my life in.
Right.
So
it's
hard.
You think
Man, just people. Mark Lettieri. Okay, let me just throw it out. That's and that guy. He's
Mark who?
Mark Lettieri. He's played guitar at Snarky Puppy. He has his own band.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's just like my guy. Like I look up to him as a musician. Like he's so grooving. He's invited to the cookout, man. Like like they say, like he's in there. He's just so locked. But I definitely think he's on my list. Musicians, man. Robert Glasper. Oh my goodness, Robert Glasper, man. Shout out to him, man. He's just. I mean, he's beyond the times. I can't say he's beyond I can't say he's beyond his time because he's still in it, man. He's just like he moves with the genre of music that he stayed in. Like whenever that genre moves, like whenever hip hop moves, he moves. Like whenever R&B moves, he moves. Like he's just whenever jazz moves, he moves. Like right now in the jazz world we have voice crack. Right now in the jazz world we have like a lot of like free jazz, like a lot of avant-garde stuff that's happening right now, and that's for a lot of people it just sounds like openness, but it's so much like vocabulary that goes into just being able to play over simple stuff, And so, I think he's doing well in that.
There's two.
That's two musicians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, Corey Henry, man.
Oh
yeah, Corey Henry.
Yeah,
man, that's the man, man.
He's the goat.
Do it. He literally can do it all.
Right.
Orchestras, man. Church, man. Trio, man. Or his own trio, organ trio. Scoring, man.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Producing.
Yep.
Man, he sing too, man. His language, man. He just knows how to play his instrument. Like he spent so much time with it.
That's musicianship, right?
Like I'm pretty sure he sat in a room several hours on end, just doing the same thing over and over.
Right.
Man, I just aspire to have like that much patience with something. It's just so good to look at him, just like how he plays. His expressiveness, and he's been playing. He was like 5'3", whatever, however old he was on that video.
So you got what?
That's okay. Dang, I said Marcus Thierry, Robert Glasper, Corey Henry. Yeah, I'm another guy, Snarky Puppy also, but he's a band leader. But wow, I forgot his name. What? Who's the band leader, Snarky Puppy? Michael League, man. Wow, I had his name right there. I was like,
yeah, be like this all the time.
No, but Michael League, man, definitely like.
Definitely Michael League.
He's like he's like a sponge, man. Like that's how I kind of try to live as far as like learning new stuff. He like wherever he goes, he makes new music. Like his first albums, like like open, and some of his stuff is like really like funk bass, and then some of his stuff because he played with Kirk Franklin.
Right.
So he was around Spud. Robert Spud Seawright. These are some honorable mentions like Spud Seawright, Sean Martin, obviously.
Right.
Killer Derrick Jackson. Honorable mentions. I'm going to do this. Yeah, Derrick Jackson, Chris Pat, Killer, man. Chris Pat, Stanley Randolph.
That'll be all your five.
Yeah. But yeah, these right. No,
Derrick Jackson is the man. He can hold it on.
Derrick Jackson's the man. Yeah,
he can hold it on. Anybody.
Who else? Larry, Flex, bass, bass, Tame bass. But just some good people just in Memphis. Tim Mason,
Tim Mason,
man, Jesus. Oh,
that was gonna be man. I could put man. Yeah, Tim Mason.
Jesus, yes, Tim Mason, man. Bart Orr too.
Bart.
That Twinkle Twinkle Little Star Challenge blew social media up. Every musician did that. Like he's definitely on a mission. Bart definitely. Yeah. Cause that was killing. Like he had Corey Henry do it like on live. Jacob Collier did it. I put Jacob Collier in my. Oh my gosh, I want to put him in my 5, but I can't. Like,
I mean, his musicians it's a lot of them.
Right.
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
Lil James.
Lil James. Oh yeah, James Douglas.
He just does some crazy stuff sometimes.
He's killer.
Yeah, some crazy stuff sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the city is like that, but definitely him.
All right, so artistry.
Okay.
All right,
wait, who's my 5 musicians?
Yeah, you named them all.
All right, I said, all right, let's do
it. You got 2 out of Snuggle.
Yeah, all right, Corey Henry.
Yeah,
I said, man, who the heck?
2 out of Snuggle.
All right, Mark Thierry, Corey Henry, Robert Glasper.
That's it.
Michael League.
Yeah, then you just start getting up. You just looped it 5 out.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I don't have a definitive 5th, I guess. It's somewhere in there.
All right, artistry.
Okay.
Artistry is true to the craft. True to the art.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's consistent. That's like that's the art. That's it right there.
Ooh. Well, I'm inclined to say Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is like he knows what he wants. Like from an album, he just get it. He get it done. Like and his bars, he's thinking on a different level, and it's definitely just good to, just like hear like his perspective on stuff.
Right.
It's like a lot of good like truths and stuff. Like if you just pay attention to certain things, like it's like wow, I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
You look up stuff like first time I heard the word negus, I was like, what is a negus? Like it's like a Ethiopian ruler.
Right.
So it's like
So
little stuff like that. So I say Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Artists, Jesus. Like, one, I feel
craft.
like true to the art, that just means that you're just true to whatever, like, you're capable of creating at that time. But I don't want to put Michael Jackson on all the lists.
You can.
But Michael Jackson, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's true to the craft. Like,
yeah, Michael Jackson, man, he did it. Whatever he was going for, he did it. Like, the whole album, like, even if you call some songs skips, like, they all, like, match with each other.
Right.
Marvin Gaye, number 3, definitely. Marvin Gaye, he just tells a story through his songs, like,
yeah.
What's, like, the What's Going On album, like, all them songs, pretty much all them songs are connected. Like, it's like
my dear, that all them connected.
Yeah, they all, like, I really think that Marvin Gaye, like, I think they did that, like, whole session in one session.
Okay.
Or they did, like, multiple, takes, obviously. Yeah. That's how they used to record in Motown. Like, and I noticed that not just Motown, but Sun Studio, Royal Studios. Right. They just all, like, they did multiple takes.
Right. A lot of people don't know Marvin Gaye actually a musician too.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye was a drummer, man.
Started off as a drummer.
Yeah, he's grooving, man.
He's a great musician. He definitely is.
He knew his music too. Right. Like, that's one thing.
So I'm happy with this list. Okay.
That's Marvin Gaye.
Kirk Franklin.
Man,
it's consistent.
Yeah, consistent. And Kirk Franklin just be pulling stuff out the bag. You be like, what is this, man? Like, and Kirk Franklin, he's not low key. He's the musician too.
Yeah, he's definitely
he's a killer pianist. Like, he knows his stuff. He knows his music though. Like, that's why there's all these, like, samples that people don't be knowing. They be like, did I hear that in the song before? Like, and then it'd be like hip hop songs. We be like, what was But he just did that. He knows how to, like, manipulate. And I think that makes a great artist. And I hope he was doing producers, but if we don't do producers, I want to just put Quincy Jones on this list too, because Quincy Jones is just that he just knows how to, like, he knows how to form something, and he knows how to push it out to a certain audience.
Pull the best out of people.
Yeah, knows how to.
I think one of his greatest accomplishments. I mean, you can take Michael Jackson album.
Mm-hmm. Say the Wiz, man.
You can take the Wiz.
Yeah.
Or you can take, We Are the World.
Man, oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I'm just saying his diversity, but still true to the art in each one of those instances, and him being able to, like you said, pull out the best. I mean, just be honest with you, the Wiz, definitely not the biggest budget in Hollywood, not the A-list actors, actresses, but it's something, like you're saying, it's true to the art. He pulled the best out of everybody, and it's a classic. You know what I'm saying? The classic, from the play to the soundtrack. I think I would just say that about Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
As a producer.
Yeah. Quincy Jones, he just knows how to do it. Like I was saying earlier about Michael Jackson, but Quincy Jones is like, he's the man behind it all. Like, it's so much that, like, you probably don't even know. We don't even have to go into detail, but it's just like, he's done. Like, he did that. Like, oh, it's cool. Like, I heard this somewhere. Like, oh, yeah. Like, how did this person get discovered? It's like, Quincy Jones. Like, Quincy Jones was a very prominent in Ray Charles' life as well.
Right.
And Ray Charles, I'd say one of the fathers of the blues. Killer, man. Killer musician, killer artist. Yeah. Ray Charles knew his music, man.
He knew his music, his craft.
He knew that thing.
He was in it, yeah.
And, there's a video and documentary about him, teaching Jamie Foxx about the movie and just how to do it. And, Jamie Foxx, like, him being a musician, he's a classical musician.
Yeah. He classically trained?
Yeah, he's classically trained. He went to Juilliard.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Not Juilliard. Juilliard.
He went to Juilliard?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Don't call me on that. Right? Like, you're wrong.
But no. I know you can hold his own.
Yeah, definitely.
I know. Jamie
I really want to look that up. But yeah,
I know you can hold his own.
He went to school for music, classical pianist, so he got it down, and he's really just trying to get that part. Right. He sewed his eyes shut, for the movie, glued them shut. He was just trying to feel it, and it's just good to just see people like that. And so Quincy Jones, like, he was just in those circles. He just knew different people. You know, he made different things
like
happen.
that.
So
right.
I would say him as an artist.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Quincy Jones, but I just think he probably could. Yeah, he just.
I'll put him in the producer list though.
Yeah, definitely producer list. Yeah. So like, some unsung heroes. I think people like overlook. Just what's some of the things that we'll end it. But what's some of the people that have like mind blowing or people you salute maybe for their accomplishment, longevity, crossover ability, and this is kind of where I'm going with this. Like Stevie Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
definitely had to overcome. Well, some would say a handicap, right? But his longevity, a lot of people don't know. He's been in it for like 5 decades, 6 decades,
50 years. Yeah,
yeah. And one thing about it, he's never produced a ballad, a true ballad, but he still has a plethora of hits.
Right.
So that's somebody I would like to say, wow, that's something that I found out that I salute him for that.
Yeah.
So anybody for you like that? That you like kind of? I know you mentioned like Snarky Puppet and Michael playing with Kirk Franklin. That's like a wild moment to me,
Yeah. I mean, because you just wouldn't know being like just people getting put in different situations and people being able to like carry that part out.
Right.
And Michael Lee, he's funky, he's nasty, get that thing, smooth.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, just people like Corey Herring. That's probably the biggest. He's just able to move in different genres. Like it's like no transition. Like it's like he plays this
off.
right. Yeah, there's no like lacking,
right.
Expression. There's no lacking language. Another person that's like that is another person. Man, if I remember his name, that's so bad. But it's just us a whole bunch of people that you just find. Jonathan Dubose, he's a guitarist, but he can play any genre. Like if you can put his licks, his taste over anything, and it sounds good. Like put it over like slow country, you can put it over like some quartet, you can put it over, but within the Christian genre, he can just move wherever. Like, and another person, shout out to Slickology and Jamal. Like he can do that thing too. Like move in different genres, and I just always appreciated somebody who's able to like be in so many different places, but like stay true to like each sound, like as much as the other sound. Like don't play favorites. Like I mean, like I can say I listen like the most to like stuff like jazz, but I don't have any like favorites, like musical favorites, and there's never a time like at this point in my like musical journey, just hearing stuff, I would never just be like, oh yeah, like I'm finna just like not listen to this. Like sometimes I tune out, but like I actively listen to like what's playing in the stores. I'm like, what's this? I'm like, I'm just like trying to listen to it, trying to get it, because like you just never know. Like it's so many like little just pieces of music that you can find like throughout different genres. You can just put it in what you're doing. It's like, bro, this is good. Like, so yeah, just like respecting artists like that. Mark Lethierry, just mostly the people from my musicianship list, honestly.
Okay.
And some underground. I mean, I know some underground people. It's people doing their thing. It's just everybody just trying to get that new sound out there. That's what music is all about. Just trying to get the new sound. What are you trying to get from music? Like,
what I mostly appreciate about the reason I wanted to talk about artistry is that those people, and not saying anybody else has, but those who just say, I'm going to stay true to the art and I'm not going to change who I am to get the big contract.
Yeah.
Right, or to go with this particular label. And not saying anybody else has, but if you know the industry, you know there's some things you have to do, marketing, to fit in the particular label, the direction they're going.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted to really talk about that artistry, because that's, so many of those people who just stay true to form. You know, like a Layla Hathaway. We talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, and just not having the big publicity or so-called you know, opportunities as other, but just pure, man. Just straight, you know, straight voice, beast. You know what I'm saying?
And like honestly, she's just like legacy. She's a legacy child. Like her
Right.
father's Donny Hathaway, man. First of all, we not like killer musician, pianist, plays keys.
Yeah, he did,
and he was just a great vocalist, singing like a lot of power in his voice. I know y'all listen to the song he's singing every year this Christmas. It's just so played in every radio station everywhere. Like they're like, you know, other, you know, demographic radio stations that play his music.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just like, whoa, like I ain't expect to hear it. I'm listening to like Cuban music. I'm just like, you know, this Christmas coming on, like that's happened to me.
Yeah,
before.
he that dude, for real.
He's Donny Hathaway, and so
that dude,
like him, you know, that being, you know, her father.
Right.
And, you know, not necessarily, like, stepping into the same, like, but she's like, you got some big shoes to fill.
Right.
And she's just, like, she never disappoints. She's always a great performer. I've heard people go to her performance and be like, man, you got to see her. Like, she used to be in Memphis at Stax, you know, with the Academy kids and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was, like, before I went.
Before you got there.
I was a little young. It was, like, 2011, 2010. So,
okay.
But it was... Just like,
that's
you know.
Well, they're different. Yeah,
so,
you know, those type of people, I love what they do.
Yeah.
Being true to it. I can't name everybody, but artistry is definitely important. You know, artistry, you know, just consistency. Even with Ye, you know what I'm saying?
Kanye, bro. Jesus.
Yeah,
I don't even understand.
People can say
Kanye.
what they want to say, man. Look, I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't trying to make this political, but that dude, I'm serious, man.
And the what people don't like about Kanye West is you can't stop him. Like, you can whatever you try to do. He just knows he got it figured out. Like, I mean, you know, I'm gonna say I say it's from God. Like, for real.
Yeah, definitely God give him.
Because I don't think you can, like, people call him crazy. Like, it'd be like he's mentally. It's like no, he's not. Like, he's just the idea of thinking outside the box. Like, Kanye lives in that.
Yeah,
you know, so he's just always just doing something different.
When you said that earlier, I thought about when you said people that think outside the box, the other people think outside of
that box.
I thought of beyond the box.
Yeah.
He's beyond the box.
He's beyond the box you're supposed to think outside of.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's beyond that because, I mean, I'm telling you, man, if you go ask Jay-Z, Sean Carter, he would not be where he was without Kanye. At that time, because, you know, the producer, you know, you got signed to Rock. I'm just dude just serious. Like I probably put him on a level with the Quincy Jones,
absolutely,
Dr. Dre,
absolutely,
you know, and Prince.
Yeah.
Just because you never know what you're gonna get, and then if y'all want some homework, y'all go look up samples by Dr. Dre. You'll be surprised where a lot of those hip hop samples come from.
Yeah.
Listen to, you know.
Definitely.
But, so that's what I was saying.
One thing I can say about that is just a little add on. Like, hip hop producers, the best hip hop producers, literally, like they know music so well.
They really do.
They just listen to music so much. Like Madlib, he uses crazy samples. Like I said, Dilla, obviously. Man, P Rock, you know, P Rock samples crazy stuff too. You know,
what's the other guy? He sampled a lot of
Dark Child is another one.
Oh yeah, Dark Child, definitely. But it's just
Babyface.
It's too many.
Man, I was about to say
that's a whole
Babyface.
Like, yes.
Teddy Riley, man, them folks, they kill him.
For real.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the upper echelon of that, right?
Yeah. They top of their class.
Right, for real.
They I've been in the same class as Quincy Jones, man.
Yeah, almost,
Yeah.
I'd say Quincy Jones is like.
No, I mean Quincy Jones like.
There. Everybody else is just.
Right.
I put there. They're close though. It's not.
Quincy Jones is like still the king, like, you know.
Right. But but Dr. Dre is like, man, crazy.
Dre Cole, man.
He crazy with that. Crazy. Yeah. Kirk Franklin.
Man. Donald Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
Man, we
come
forgot
on,
about
now.
them, man. Hold on, man.
Donald Lawrence,
Hold on.
he's definitely like one of those guys for real. For real.
Donald Lawrence definitely has a seat at the council.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah. He's one of the 12 disciples.
Right, Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Quincy Jones is the better of
Supposed all be meeting
12.
in the lair in Washington D.C. Right.
Right. Yeah. For real. Yeah. Shout out to Donald Lawrence.
Yeah. Wow. Shout out. Yeah, Donald Lawrence, man. It's just like, and it's people that like Orlando Draper, you know, passed away, but he's like, he was doing that before everybody else did it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hezekiah Walker's a good example.
Yeah.
Hezekiah Walker be pulling the stuff out because he's a choir director, but like he sings too. He sings well, you know. Musician. Yeah. So it's just all little things that help you get into tap into the artistry. Right.
So yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate you coming out. Yeah, namesake, getting it done. Yeah. So we'll see you again when you come back. Got to get you back on the show, man.
Oh man, I'd love to be back.
Music by that time.
But yeah,
pump it up by that.
New music. I have new music coming out very soon. Like beginning of the year, New Year's. New music.
2022, right?
2022 January. It's an EP.
Right. 2022
unnamed.
First quarter. I say that.
Right. Nah, it's gonna be out first day, January. It's unnamed. It's called Unnamed.
Right. All right. Cool. All right. Appreciate you again, man.
No problem.
All right. Peace.